So I was thinking today, what type of video could I make? And World War 3 sort of just popped in my head. And I thought, this game could be so much better if they brought it to console. And I think it could do really well if it came to console. And I will be sort of running like a poll as well, because I actually want to see whether there is some enthusiasm for this game coming to PS4 and Xbox One. Because my sort of theory is that I know there is a lot of interest for indie titles like this. I've seen it within my Insurgency Sandstorm video that I said about that coming to console, and you guys seem to, really want it to come to both PS4 and Xbox One, and I'm still going to be fighting for Sandstorm to come on console as well. But if you are new here and you want to see games like this, indie titles like Sandstorm, World War 3, Hell Let Loose, and, AAA games as well, do us a favour and click that subscribe button. So I think the first reason I want to kick off with is the fact that it would benefit both PC and console players. I've said this previously in my Sandstorm video, but I just want to reiterate this point about if you bring it to PS4 and Xbox One, you're going to have more money involved for the company. It's as simple as that in my opinion. If you bring it to console, and I also want to bring up this thing about what they said on frequently asked questions. They said, what platforms will you be able to play World War 3 with? And they said, it's going to exclusively be on PC, but if it does very well on PC, then we'll seriously consider releasing it on console as well. So the developers are not ruling this out, so this isn't me just saying, randomly, let's get this on console. Farm 51 have said themselves that they would bring it onto console if it does very well. And I think that from all their marketing pushes when it initially got revealed, they probably paid a ton of YouTubers to cover this game. I just don't think it did as well as they thought. The all-time high for this game was at say 11,000, and then it absolutely bombed when YouTubers started to pull out because they realized that their content wasn't getting the views that they wanted, and then it just sort of got forgotten about. But if you bring this to console, you've got a whole new set of eyes to look at it. I think if World War 3 was going to be released on console, you could say bring it onto Xbox One, for example. I know they have that insider program, so you could put World War 3 on the insider program. They could give you feedback and say, we don't like the movement system, or I don't really like that weapon because I think it's a bit overpowered or it's underpowered. Let's sort the balance out there. So you've got a fresh set of eyes to look at World War 3. But more importantly, what this means is the company, Farm 51, have got a bigger budget to play with. Because I know there's a lot of PC players that, watch me as well. And, they'll probably be looking at a video like this going, I don't care about World War 3. I don't care about console players. But I think this game could be really good. And if it comes to console, like I said, they can push out more updates, more bug fixes, more content. Because at the end of the day, they're a company, they need money. But I've really been a big advocate for, say, console gamers at the moment. And I think the reason why is, I was a console player myself. I've been playing Xbox One pretty much all my life. And I've only recently got into PC gaming. And, there's always a little part of me that I do care about the console players, because I know what it's like. I've been there when you're looking at the Xbox store and you want to play a game and you're just like, what game shall I play today? Battlefield, COD, FIFA. And that's like the only sort of games you get to play. So it's nice when they do, when Xbox and PS4 do look into bringing games like Insurgency Sandstorm and also World War 3 as well. I think World War 3 would do very well. But I think the way that we give World War 3 a second chance is if you bring it onto console, PS4 and Xbox One, and let those console guys have a look at this game. And, I think they will enjoy this game. But I think I'm going to run a poll on this video because I actually want to see if there is any enthusiasm for World War 3 coming to console. And also drop me a comment down below as well. What you've seen so far from World War 3 on, on YouTube right now with the PC gameplay and the announcement trailer. What do you think about World War 3? Are you still excited for World War 3 to come to console? And I know a lot of people would have just forgot about this game coming to console because they never actually said really that it was going to be coming to console. But You know, if you look on the frequently asked questions, it does clearly state that they will seriously consider it coming to console. I think the biggest reason as well is it's just a cheap game, and people like cheap games, me included. When I saw this come to Steam, it was like 20 quid, so 20 British pounds, whatever that is in dollars. And it's got halved in price as well now, so it's like £10 now, so it's a cheap game. We are sort of forgetting that it is an indie title. We can't treat this game at the end of the day like a AAA title, because it's not a AAA title. And maybe it's just me as well, but I think there's like a higher standard that we set for early access games that come to PC, because there are so many. We're like, if this one is like in a poor state when it releases, we're like, oh, this is, you know, dreadful, and we don't like it. I think if this did get released onto console, I think people would warm to it a lot more than they have on PC. And then maybe, because they start pushing out more updates, like I said, they'll have more money. And then I think the PC audience would, you know, I think their ears would prick up and be like, oh yeah, World War 3, let's give that game another try. I also want to add that I think this game is very good. World War 3's gunplay is very satisfying, and just overall the game is very fun. The snipers are absolutely deadly, and I really wish that more people would give this game a chance, because it really does deserve it. It's a really fun game, and I do highly recommend it. And I think overall, bringing it onto console would be beneficial for both parties, for both console and PC players. So if you are new here and you want to support someone who is supporting the console community, I am a PC player, but I really do want to support the console guys, then do consider dropping me a subscribe, because it does really help me out a lot. Also, drop me a comment and a like, just telling me, you know, what do you think about World War 3 as a console player? You know, what you've seen on YouTube. Do you think it's a good game, and do you think it would work on a console as well? Do you think it would, you know, be a game that people would be interested in on console? From what I've seen, I think there is. So maybe just challenge my hypothesis here. I want to see, is there some enthusiasm for this game coming to console? But until next time, have a good one.